Ivy Akum once again, and I'm back with another video. If you're new to the channel, please kindly hit on the subscribe button. This video is going to be a story time, and also we are going to be discussing the differences between a private and a secret relationship. While telling you the story, I'll also be doing an eyeshadow and nude lip tutorial. Please bear with me because my voice is not going to be the best because I have some cold. So without wasting much of your time, let's head straight to the video. So it all happened back in the university days, about 2014 I guess. I and my friend, we were so close, like we were virtually everywhere. We did so many stuff together. So we're always fond of posting pics, tagging each other, and it was during that period when Facebook was, I think, Facebook was at its peak. So I noticed there was this particular guy who always kept on commenting, whenever I post a pic of her and my friend, he'll be like, wow, you girls look beautiful. Are you guys twins? Are you girls twins? Wow, you girls look beautiful. But those comments always went unnoticed because we hardly even replied to the comments. So it kept on like that for some time. So apparently this guy, he traced my friend's profile and also sent her a friend request, which my friend subsequently accepted the request. But we didn't notice anything because it was just like a normal person on Facebook sending a normal friend request. So at that point, he was friends with I and my friend. But we never knew, because we never even knew who he was. We never even knew the person. After all, we had so many mutual friends together. In those days, people were just accepting friend requests anyhow without even knowing who the person is, unlike now. So it was so easy to, fall into such a trap. One fateful day, boom, that guy wrote me on Messenger. He was like, hello, long time. It's been long we met. It's been long we saw each other. And I was like, really? I don't know you. And he was like, oh, don't you remember me? We're living in the same neighborhood in Bamenda. I guess he knew from my profile we were from Bamenda. So he was like, we're living in the same neighborhood in Bamenda. You were still in primary school then, but I was a little bit older than you. We used to even play together, and I was like, really? Because as far as I know, I have such a retentive memory. It's so difficult for me not to remember my childhood friends. On the contrary, I'm always the one who instead remembers them. So when that guy told me we were childhood friends, my head did not really select to that because because I think I know almost all my childhood friends. But I just said, okay, let me see, maybe it's someone I knew. So we started chatting. So all this was happening when I was about leaving Chang because we were studying in the University of Chang. So I had my degree and I had to go down to Bamenda and continue with my postgraduate studies in the University of Bamenda. So we started talking, and he really seemed to be a good guy, and I was like, okay, let's keep talking. After all, there's no harm in talking. So we started talking. He took my number, he always call, and try to find out stuff. So apparently it shows that in the background he was doing the same thing to my friend without both of us knowing. Yes, I and my friend, we hardly kept things from each other, but we didn't see it as anything serious. It was just like one of those guys on Messenger who write people. So we didn't think it was a serious thing, if not, would have discovered early enough. So, and coupled with the fact that I was no longer in Chang, I and my friend were somehow separated. I was now in Bamenda and she was in Chang. So the guy took advantage of that and, started digging in deeper. At that period, the guy was based in the US. So, he was talking to both of us at the same time, probably telling us the same stories. So on my part, it wasn't like I wanted to date the guy or, a young girl. Sometimes you have to, just know one or two people around. So that was my intention of talking with him, not as if I really had plans on dating him though. But it got to a point, that's before December, so he had to come to Cameroon in December. So it got to a point, he was like, oh, I want to come down to Cameroon to come and marry. Oh God. My parents are putting pressure on me that I have to get married, and I was like, okay, that's good. At that point of my life, marriage was the least of my priorities. So I was not even imagining myself in that position. So finally, the almighty December came. And he came to Cameroon, I think that was before Christmas. And he was like, because apparently their family house was not in town, it was out of town around Akum, or maybe between Akum and Santa Bamenda. So he was like, when are you going to come and visit me? When are you going to come and see me? I've brought you a lot of stuff. He went and downloaded pictures from the internet, with so many enticing things. I knew he downloaded those pictures because they seemed so clean. And whenever I told him, can you just snap the real pictures? And he would say, no, I don't want to unpack your box. I was like, okay. Oh. So he was like, when are you going to come and visit me? In my mind, I was like, you are crazy. And I was like, during this period, I said, no. We are usually so busy at our house during Christmas period. There's no way I can have chance to come see you. So we could only see in January. And actually, my friend also had the same situation, and I'm sure she told him the same thing. So January finally came, and he called and was like, can we meet now? I was like, well, I'll think about it. He said, think about it. And I was like, yes, I still need to think about it or figure out how we are going to meet. So for some reason, I didn't want to go to where he is, and I was not comfortable with him knowing my house. So I told him we should meet first at a snack in Bambili, which on the day we had to meet, he came first and sat there. Honestly, from the moment I saw him, I just saw a lot of lies surrounded around him, and I was just so indifferent. He kept on telling me stories upon stories, how he's the first son, how his father has left him a legacy, how he needs a wife, how he wants me to be that wife, how he wants me to marry him and move to the US with him. And I was like, he kept on saying enticing stories that on a normal most ladies will fall for, but my instincts are usually so strong. I just looked at him and I was like, something is not right. That guy was telling my friend the same stories. I mean, the same, no difference. The same thing he was telling me. But the difference was my friend had not seen him physically yet. They still had to meet whenever she went back to school, because she delayed going back to school during that semester. After my first meeting with that guy, honestly, my spirit didn't really move well with it. So I just kept on, postponing our next meeting, postponing. He kept on putting a lot of pressure. Hey, my parents want to see you. My uncle says this. And he even gave my number to someone who sounded elderly. Probably was one of his friends or something, to call me and plead with me. This my son is really serious. He's really serious. And I just kept on turning. It was God already telling me something was not right. He also kept putting the same pressure on my friend for her to come see his people. So my friend too asked him to come see her first in Chan. So at that point, my friend called me and was like, there's this guy I met online. We have been talking for about 3 months now. And this guy has come to Cameroon from the US. He has come to Cameroon. He wants me to meet his people, but I want to know him first. I want to know. I can't just, I said, yes, my sister, you can't. I told her, me too, I'm facing almost the same situation now. There's one boy, she was like, really? I said, yes. And I explained my own situation to her. In the course of the discussion, she just laughed and made a comment. Oh, this Bamenda boys. And I was like, is the guy too from Bamenda? She said, yes. I said, her which church? She said, Santa Ako. I was like, wait, hold on a minute. Really? She said, yes. And I was like, mine too is from Santa. And I just cracked a joke. I said, me not be saying that the same boy we talk about. We just laughed about it. And I told her, send the boy a picture. And I also sent. Boom. That was when we discovered that we were being played by the same guy. And I was like, what the hell? At that moment, I was shocked and I was pained, because I was like, so this guy thought he could play over our intelligence. I and my friend really just had to meet like face to face to laugh it out and think of a strategy. So when we finally met, I called him on phone. I said, yeah, I've made up my mind. I'm coming to see you. He was like, really? I said, yeah. He said, okay, okay. Then I stopped the call and my friend called him and told him, I also want to come see you. Is it possible? He said, yeah, yeah. I don't know what that guy was really planning. Like, I don't know. So at that point, I called him again. And I told him, well, can I come with my friend? You know, my friend would like to see you, you know. Since I'm coming to your family house, I would like to come along with my friend so I could have company. He was like, your friend? I said, yeah. He said, which friend? I said, you remember the friend you usually commented on our pictures and said we look like twins? He said, yeah. I said, that's her. He was like, oh, really? I said, yeah. He said, for now, let's keep our relationship private. I was like, private or secret? He said, private. I said, okay. He said, don't tell her for now, you know, girls are so jealous. They may try to destroy us. At that point, I lost it. I said, you're mad. So you thought you could play I am my friend? He was like, what are you talking about? Your friend? Do I know your friend? How? I said, no, you don't know my friend. You have never met her. You don't know. Robbie. We insulted the hell out of him. In fact, I rained insults on him. And that was how he just switched off the call. That was how both of us blocked him and, you know, learned our lessons. It's really, really a funny situation. And honestly, these things happen a lot nowadays. Like, a lot. Especially with the fast rising use of social media. You know, guys are playing women a lot and women also playing men a lot. It's really a painful thing to discover that you and your friend are having a relationship with the same man. It's really, really a painful thing. Even though there are some women or some men who would boldly still go in for a girl who they know is already hooked up with their friend, or go in for a guy who they know is already hooked up with their friend. But such people are, I don't know, they are weirdos. But under normal circumstances, it's really, really a painful situation which should really, really be avoided. One of the easiest ways in which you could avoid that is by not keeping relationships secret. Which brings us to the topic of today, which is the difference between private and secret relationships. A lot of people get confused between these two concepts, a private relationship and a secret relationship. But those are two individual concepts. A private relationship is known, like people know that, okay, this is your girlfriend, this is your boyfriend, this is your fiance, but they don't know your details. They don't know what happens in the relationship. They don't know what you guys do. But a secret relationship is one that you are dating somebody, you are sleeping with somebody, but no one knows, as in nobody except the walls. It's very normal at the beginning of every relationship for people to keep it a secret because you are not yet sure of the outcome. You don't yet know what is going to happen in the future. So normally you keep it a secret. But when you have been dating somebody for so long and you're already sure that, okay, we are dating and we are an item, why then do you continue keeping it a secret? Except you have negative intentions behind. Don't get it wrong. Your relationship can be known, yet private. You don't expose your details to people. You don't tell people about what you don't expose your private stuff to people, but they know that you are dating this person, but they don't know the details of the relationship. Most often, secret relationships are always unhealthy, not just because of how it leaves the person to feel, but also because of the reasons behind keeping the secrets. If you are in a relationship with somebody and you guys have really known each other for some time and you guys are really into dating, and the person insists on keeping you guys a secret, then there's something wrong. Either he or she isn't sure of the feelings, or maybe they are ashamed of you, or they don't want to admit to the world that they are dating you, or they are married or probably in a serious relationship, or they have evil plans, maybe some mischief, or they really want to use you and dump you without anybody knowing. Another reason is they may be hiding it, or they may be keeping you a secret because they have eyes on people around you. No matter how a person puts it, it's never a good idea to keep your relationship secret. It's not a secret court. It's a relationship. Meaning, people have to know that this is a person you're dating, but they won't actually know exactly what you guys are doing. That's privacy. So now, how do you differentiate if you're having a secret relationship? Firstly, they deliberately avoid mentioning their partners. Secondly, in public, when asked about their status, they always say they are single. Thirdly, such people are usually so active on social media, but when it comes to their partners, it's a no-no. They can post from 1st to 31st. They will even post pictures of other men or other women and write, nice comments on them. But when it comes to you, they say no, they are keeping you private. It's different if the person isn't totally a social media person. There are people who really aren't the social media type. There are people like that, but that's different. But I'm talking of somebody who is really an active social media person, yet the person doesn't mention you in any way, or you don't feature in any of his things online. It means there's a problem somewhere. It's not just a private thing, it's being a secret. He's hiding you like a bad habit. Another sign to show that you are in a secret relationship is that you have never interacted with any of the close persons of your partner. Another point is, in public, you always act with you in a platonic way, or always refer to you as a platonic friend. Another point is, you never attend events together and you treat each other coldly in public. And another point is, he only sees you at maybe late nights. He or she only sees you at late nights or during strange hours. Maybe in isolated places where people are not. Or probably you don't even know where he lives, or you don't even know where she lives. At the beginning, it can be really exciting, like, secrets. Like, you just sneak out, you go, you meet him. Now, when you guys start becoming, like, serious, you still keep on living in secrecy. Now, if you find out you have been in a secret relationship, or you are into a situation which is similar to that, do not hurry into jumping into conclusions. There are some exceptional cases. In everything there are exceptions. Some people may prefer secret relationships because of their past experiences. Maybe he or she is from a really bad previous breakup, so he may want to keep it secret for some time before finally letting the cat out of the bag. Another reason is maybe the person just feels like if he or she exposes your relationship, you guys are going to face a lot of tribulations and criticisms. So the best way to avoid all that is to keep it a secret to you guys as somehow really, really solid. And another reason for keeping secret relationships is mostly with, single parents. Because when you have a child, when you become a mother or a father, you know that there are certain things you can't just do freely, because you have to paint a very, very good image in front of your kids. If not, you are going to lead them astray. So, for example, a single mother will want to keep her relationship really, really secret up to when she's sure, okay, this is a person I have to settle down with. And there are also some people, maybe men or women, who have had a lot of bad experiences before, especially women, who have vowed never to expose their relationships till they get married or till they are sure. But I'll tell you, it's not really a good idea. It's never a good idea to keep it secret. You could keep it private, but not secret. At least one or two people should know, or your close friends and family should know that this is a person you're dating. If you find out your partner has been keeping you a secret, what you should do is honestly talk out your feelings to them. Pour out how you feel about it. Tell them you don't want to continue being kept a secret anymore. So we've come to the end of this video. I hope you learned a thing or two. Thank you all so much for watching, and see you all in my next video.